Sometimes I'll start a sentence, and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way.
But I gotta say, I'm just fired up to be here today. Pretty cool! Pretty damn cool!
It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad?
Calm down, Greg, it's soccer.
And you can't stay off the weed!
This guy's such an idiot here.
Hello? You play to win the game.
Like an improv conversation. Improversation.
The song still gets me.
I was just thinking that. I think that every time though. I went through my dad. I was okay. Never mind. Fuck.
What?
It was just a bad start in general for me.
I thought you just gave up on the story.
Well, I just started speaking and I was about to give up, but
don't give up.
My brother moved into his place a couple days ago.
Yes,
and,
shout out.
My dad was helping him. We were helping him move in, and my dad gives me his phone. He's like, "Sign me up a YouTube account so I can like subscribe to your show and stuff."
I was going to say, we got a couple new subscribers.
103 now, but
yes.
But he goes, here, sign me up for a YouTube account. And I was like, okay, do you have the app? He's like, nope. So I download the app, and sure enough, he's already signed into his own YouTube account somehow.
So he already had one.
I was like, you already have it. Anyway, went through, gave us a bunch of likes from my dad's fucking YouTube
Shout out
profile,
Charles.
So yeah.
He probably already had it because he's got a Gmail, I assume, right?
He does, yeah. But he has like 3, like his email was charlie.lascaris 59 or something.
Okay. Did he use that one?
Tell
him to use all 3 and subscribe to all 3.
He's never used that email in his life, so I don't know where he probably just made it up.
Well, YouTube is owned by Google, so Google Gmail, it's a circle.
It is, yeah.
They're all connected, so
yeah.
Tell the other 2 Charlies Lascarises to...
Dude, he has like 4 Facebook accounts too.
What's he hiding from?
He just doesn't know. He just can never remember his password. So his go-to solution is just like sign up again or something, you know?
Can you imagine? That was like in the not olden days. We're not that old.
Free trials of shit.
Well, I was going to say that right now, DAZN, don't catch me because that's what I've been using for the last year and a half. But I also didn't pay my bill for a year and a half because my credit card expired. They never asked.
See, that's what I do too. Can you shut the fuck up? Turn that on silent right now.
Oz is
so rude.
Oz is here, but he's gonna have to leave a little bit early
get the fuck out
for some activity. He doesn't want to talk too much. Doesn't want to use Bing today, so he's just here hanging out, making sure the camera stays
Moral
on.
Support and distractions.
What was I saying though? Had to do what did you just say? It was Google,
YouTube,
no,
different accounts, verifying free trials.
DAZN, haven't been paying for DAZN. But
Who?
there was something else I was going to say. I was setting myself up now. I totally forgot.
I was going to say, so what I used to do is I used to get like, if I ever got like a prepaid gift card, like a Visa gift card as a present, I would spend whatever I had left, whatever I had. And sometimes there'd be like $1.25 left over on the card. You can't like...
Very hard to use $1.25.
Yeah, exactly. So when Spotify came out with like 99 cents for 3 months or whatever, I used the remaining amount on that prepaid Visa gift card to pay for 3 months for 99 cents, threw the gift card away, and I swear to God, I had a free membership on Spotify for like 8 months because they just kept sending me an email saying, oh, payment didn't work. And like, they didn't cancel my services. They were like, final warning. They just kept telling me. And I ended up getting like over half a year's worth of free streaming services. Yeah. So I used to be a sketch bag.
That's what happened to me with DAZN. And until I got a new phone up until about maybe 6 months ago, I guess now because I have too much storage or not enough storage on my phone, I should say, I have the thing where it automatically deletes the apps if you're not using them after a month.
Yeah, me too.
So it signed me out of DAZN, and then once I sign back in, they're like, "Oh, we've noticed your account, and like you don't have a valid account or whatever." So I'm also still trying to stall to remember what I was going to say, but I guess it's not important. We'll have a reset. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to another Improversation, your end of the week Feel Good Friday show. If you're new to the show, remember, as always, hit the like and subscribe button. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen. And there are more services than Apple, YouTube, and Google because I've been looking at our analytics, Michael. A little deep dive, and we're getting more listeners. Oh, cool. A little tap on the back to us again.
Nice.
But Did you know? I don't know. It just says other. It tells you your Spotify percentage, your Apple percentage, and then it goes other. Other than SoundCloud, I don't know of any other podcast listening platform.
Can people listen directly from Anchor?
You can listen directly from Anchor, and a few people do. But I also noticed the country. What's that face for?
I don't know. What do you got to say?
Oh, I forgot. Yes.
What's up, guys? It's Oz.
Guy comes in. He's
Totally
coming
out
in.
of it. I mean, the traffic on the way here, that made me honestly a little bit tired. It took me an hour to get to your place when it usually takes about 11 minutes right on the dot.
True.
Anyways, that doesn't really
It
matter.
does
but
really suck your soul, though, doesn't it? Just like fucking drains you.
it's insane. People are cutting each other off, and I have a story about cutting people off, and you guys
cutting people.
Well, someone cut me off, and I'll get to it in a second, but leave a comment or review. We encourage any and all types. Check out Bean Bundle, promo code IMPROV25, fresh and different coffee beans for you and your loved ones to try. Promo code IMPROV25 for 25% off.
Cool beans.
Toe beans. Remember to follow the Boozy Better on Twitter for all the football picks. I believe the Boozy Better commissioner, he got to me. He texted me the other day and he said, you fucked up. You made a mistake. You said I went 2-3, but he actually went 3-2, I believe it is. Let me look back at the text here. He got a little upset. I'm just kidding. He didn't get that upset.
He's very defensive. He is a very defensive nature. I'm sure he is.
Sorry, say that again?
He brought it up to me at the Jays game.
He taking offense to it.
He takes everything so personally.
Well, we got to apologize.
He's 5-5 on the year, and he's 2-0 on locks.
Guy wears his heart on his sleeve, you know?
I believe he's 3-0 on the lock of the weeks now. That's what I said. You know, it was a bit of a rough week, but I was like, at least you got the lock of the week going. But yeah, he pointed out he was 3-2 last week, so my apologies to Boozy. But he's 5-5 on the year, and he's guaranteeing a 4-1 week. 4-1. That's pretty
Why would
big.
he give himself a loss?
That's ballsy.
What do you mean?
A 4-1 week. He gave himself
He did have a loss on some of those picks. Wait, hold on. No, he's talking about for this upcoming week, 4-1.
But he's still giving himself. He's predicting he's going to get one pick wrong.
Yeah. Well, you want to read them out quick? Let's do it. We got the Colts plus 1.5. So road dogs at Miami. 1.5 favorites. He's going with Miami by 2 points.
I disagree. I don't know. Miami has a way of surprising people.
You are a
Is
hater.
Tua back?
Tua's not back. He's out for at least another week.
Who's their backup?
Jacoby Brissett.
Kobe. And he's been like decent, but Miami just does what Miami does, and they're kind of shit in general. So
They're the Finns. They continue to flop around.
I think in a game like that, I always choose the underdog in a low spread like that, because it's like you're basically choosing who you want to win the game, and like if it's going to be that close, then maybe they have a chance.
You pick your favorite.
Fair enough. Another early afternoon game. The Browns are -2 favorites at the Vikings. He's going with the Vikings again as +2 dogs.
I have the Vikings as well.
I like the pick.
Did they win last week? They did, right?
They did. Yeah. They defeated Seattle, and that was it Seattle? Yeah.
Your wide receivers woke up.
They
Yes,
did, yeah.
they did.
They've
Both-
been pretty
both of
good.
them.
They've been pretty decent though.
Can I have one?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys send a trade, I've been trying to trade with the Boozy Better, but he doesn't really like the trades I've been sending him. I've been trying to fleece Travis Kelce off him.
Try to fleece Travis Kelce.
I'm not trying to fleece. It was a fair trade.
You can't fleece anyone for those kind of players.
He sent me Travis Kelce for Derrick Henry straight up swap, and like, it's not even a bad trade. But I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can
Who
give up
else
my
do you
number
have
one
on
running
your-
back.
yeah,
I
who
don't
else do you
really
have
have
on?
a running back I can.
You
slot
gave me
in.
Kenyan Drake, and then you dropped the one I gave you, Ronald
And
Jones.
I dropped the fucking tight end you gave me
Yes.
too.
So that trade,
Gerald Everett.
Oh,
'cause,
I
like,
just spat a little bit. Sorry,
okay,
but
that's okay.
vaccines. It's okay. We're good.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So that trade was a complete wash for you.
It just didn't. Yeah, nothing came about. Are you playing Kenyan Drake? He's like
No.
an 8 point a game.
Nope, but he's on my bench. But I might be starting him soon because
Yeah, you might have
Gaskin
to, yeah.
from the Dolphins gets looks. He gets like catches. He does like across the board. I'm trying to think of the word. I can't
Jack
remember.
of all trades.
Jack of all trades. Thank you, Oz. And it's like 8-9 points, but Las Vegas, they got a bit of a better team right now, I would think, than Miami. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But the 4:00 games, the Steelers +6.5 at the Packers. He's going with Aaron and the Packers. Shout out to Aaron and the Packers last week, making that last ditch effort, and Mason Crosby kicking that field goal for the win.
In true Aaron Rodgers form too, brings people back.
You left too much time on the board.
Yeah, man. I was
Brings the
watching that
Packers
game,
back,
and Jimmy G, they threw the touchdown to tie it up, and the 2-point conversion to tie it up, or 1 point ahead lead, whatever it was. And I was like, man, 30 seconds, Aaron with the ball.
Good
All you
luck.
got to do is just get halfway up the field, and they did. I believe they got within the 30-yard range, and Mason Crosby, one of the best kickers. Shout out to the kickers last week, too.
Yeah, Justin Tucker.
Justin Tucker, 66 yards.
That's what you're thinking of, off the crossbar.
The crossbar and in. Justin Tucker.
66-yard field goal.
Against my Detroit Lions.
Is that tied for the longest in?
No, that is the longest. Wow. That is the longest. 66 yards, dude.
And in the same day, whose fucking kicker went for 68 yards, missed, and there was a return.
Matt Prater, I believe, with the Cardinals.
Yes.
I believe he's the Cardinals kicker.
Yes.
Now, another former Lion.
Yes, and then who were they playing?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, and they returned it.
Yeah, 109 yards. 109 yards.
Fucking insane.
That tied the longest return.
Yeah.
That was like unbelievable. I watched that live. Like,
yeah. You did text us,
first
and you
of all,
were like,
Red Zone is the greatest
fantastic.
invention ever.
Fantastic.
It changed the way I view football.
Scott Harrison. It's 7 hours commercial free.
It's the best. Like, I used to hate football because every 2 seconds there's a commercial and shit. And it's the best. It drives me nuts.
Play, baby.
We've now entered the witching hour, where winners become winners and losers become losers.
Yeah, it fires me up, and to the point where like I love turning football on Sundays. And before I used to be like, I don't know what game to watch. I'm flipping between channels.
It's a fantastic innovation.
Love it.
Innovation, creation,
invention.
Both. It's a fantastic creation. Scott Hansen.
It could be all of the above.
What a gig he's got. But anyway, back to that game. Packers -6. He's riding the Packers. Then speaking of the Cardinals, +4.5 favorites at the Rams. Cardinals at Rams. He's going with the Cards, +4.5 at the Rams. I was like, that's a bit of a gutsy pick.
I chose the Cardinals in that game as well.
Yeah, I had to do my picks today.
Simply to cover that spread. Like, I think it's going to be a really, really close game.
Yeah, I said to Boozy, I was like, "Oof, the Cards! Wow, let's go." He goes, "Sandwich game, coming off that big Bucks win." He's talking about the Rams.
Yep.
And then they play Thursday next Thursday against Seattle. So a short week. So he's calling it the game in the middle after, a quick turnaround on Thursday and then a big game beforehand. Speaking of which, that big game, Sunday night, Bucks at Patriots. Tom Brady making the return to Foxborough Gillette Stadium. He's going with the Bucks. That's his team.
What's
-7.
the spread on? Yeah, so the spread was
-7 is the
pretty
spread.
high.
Yeah, touchdown. The Patriots are not that good, and the Bucks. I mean,
the Patriots aren't that good, but I also
they'll put
feel
up
like
30
it's going
points,
to be
no
a
problem.
chess match. Bill versus Tom. They know each other very well.
Very true.
And I also think Mac Jones is going to have a fucking game of his life because he's playing Tom Brady, who was like the franchise.
He's the heir apparent. I mean, you had Newton there.
And I also think it's going to be a pissing contest almost between the two of them. And I really think it's going to be a game where he kind of shows his own type of game. You know what I mean? Like, I think this could be a breakout game.
Two teams are not in the same league.
I know.
No,
you're right.
Close, yeah.
You're right. I do agree.
Mac Jones threw 3 interceptions last game?
Correct.
To who'd they play?
You should know, man. That's your team.
I know.
You're right, though.
Garbage.
You're right.
And Mac Jones is not Tom Brady.
Not yet. Probably never will be.
Dude,
there will never be a Tom Brady.
Picture,
never.
No way. Like,
what
I just
picture?
love watching
the fucking
Tom.
picture of Tom
the draft
from the combine,
photo, yeah.
and then I mean,
they look like the same person there.
They're like,
yeah.
Remember, I was like, I can't believe this is happening again. Like,
it's weird. It's very weird.
Who? Mac Jones.
Yeah,
Mac.
exactly.
I think they're calling him Mac and Cheese too down there. It's a little bit of a weird nickname, but anyway, the last 2 weeks, the Boozy better. He's 5-5. He said he's got to be better. So those are his picks for Week 4 in the NFL. Go follow him on Twitter to check it out.
Poor Detroit, eh?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I was watching that game and I was like, look, they're 0-3. You could make the argument they could be 2-1. All right, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan, but I watched all 3 games. They easily should have. Like, who kicks? And I know Ford Field, it's indoors, no wind. Justin Tucker's one of the best kickers ever, but 66 yards off the crossbar, and it happens to spin in. Not to mention, Detroit made the effort to get into the lead right before that. And first of all, I don't know if you guys saw, there was a delay of game that should have been called. Lamar Jackson snapped the ball 3 seconds after the clock ran out. Everyone was losing their mind, myself included. And you go on Twitter and it's like, well, it was a malfunction with the broadcast and the actual game clock. But the NFL never came out and said anything about it.
I've seen it.
I want
before.
some answers.
I've seen them like call a fight early, like a UFC fight early.
Yeah, like the bell goes a little.
Like it's like 10, 9, what?
Headphones, I think they're giving out. A little staticky. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to take them off for a second, but continue what you were saying. Sorry, it scared me.
That's scary. I don't remember what I was saying.
We were
UFC fight bell.
the fight bell going
like it was
early,
like 10-9, and then at like 8, the clock shuts off, and like 2 seconds later, I hear it too. 2 seconds later, it like just the bell goes off. Yeah. What the fuck is that?
Is that in your headphones too?
Now it is.
I hope it's not. I don't think it's going to be coming through on the podcast. But
Yeah,
what the hell
sure
is going on? I don't know what's happening
Hello?
here. I think we're good. We don't. Well, it's still recording.
Hello?
Like it's. I don't think they're gonna hear our headphones. But, dude, what is happening? I really hope
headphones?
this isn't going through on the mic. I don't think it is. No, it's not. But well, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it off because we don't really need the headphones. But I don't know what's happening. People that are watching, we're having malfunctions.
Now it's really going.
Can you tell Jared Goff to throw to Hawkinson a little bit more, please?
Yeah, that's your boy,
He got
TJ.
two targets last game.
That's not that good.
Problem with tight ends.
I guess
You know what?
That's not that good. Eh?
It's not that good. How are you wearing your headphones right now, by the way?
It's not constant, so I'm just trying to make sure.
Mine is constant. I mean, these are a little cheaper headphones, but anyway, TJ Hawkinson,
Still
he probably
going for you?
Yeah, it's going. That's why I don't got it on my ears. But what I'm gonna say was TJ Hawkinson, he's probably got all the defense on him because he's literally one of their only offensive players.
Yeah, it sucks.
So for the people watching on YouTube, Mike is listening to my headphones with all the static going in. It's honestly a lot harder to try and do this podcast without hearing my voice now, just talking in the microphone. What do you think the conclusion is?
Happening.
I don't know. You can hear it. It's pretty loud.
I can hear it.
Sounds like a printer.
Like a
Yeah.
like a TikTok clock.
We'll figure it out. If you guys don't
TikTok on
hear the
clock.
episode, I mean, it is what it is.
Throw that music up.
Is that Kesha? What are you singing there?
We went to a Kesha concert once.
Yeah, where was that? At Molson Amp?
Yep.
How was it?
Remember that Kesha concert?
Would you recommend a Kesha concert?
Oh yeah.
Love Kesha.
Yeah.
Love Kesha.
Who else was
What's she
there?
doing these days?
It was me, you, Sis.
Yeah, who else
Oh,
was there?
LMFAO.
Oh yeah.
Dude, what a fucking.
I thought that was like Summer Rush or something. Isn't that they used to do at Canada's
I
Wonderland?
saw
Yeah,
Base Hunter there with Jermaine.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Summer
too.
Rush?
I didn't go there.
Base Hunter.
Base Hunter.
No way. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Good. And who else was there? Like DJ Four Corners. I think he did like the raps.
He does the raps games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Base Hunter though?
Of course.
Again, Dota.
This is weird. I can't hear anything 'cause I don't have my headphones. Well, should we jump into some stories then? Should we change the segments? You said you wanted to do just segments today. It's just
Next segment.
Next segment.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that Leafs All or Nothing Amazon series is out today. Many Saints in Newark is out today.
Wow.
But going back to the Leafs quickly, apparently a lot of reviews are coming out about it now. There's a scene with Jumbo Joe listening to Sportsnet radio when Brian Burke is talking about the signing, and they're just chirping the shit out of him, and he's just laughing the whole time, having a good laugh about it. They didn't go too in depth because they're not allowed. Keefe apparently swears way more than Bruce Boudreau did in the very first HBO 24/7. Remember that one, the Pittsburgh, the Winter Classic, and he was just going off on a whole tirade. And then apparently it's a lot of Kyle Dubas. It's a lot of management. There was that picture going around of Matthews and Marner just so dejected after Game 7, still sitting in full equipment, but all the other stalls are cleaned out beside them. You buying that? You think that's just for show?
Do you think? I was gonna say. Do you think it's like?
All right, now, Mitch, put the jersey over your head. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Got it.
Everyone get out. Let me just clear your equipment.
What the fuck is that noise?
I don't know, dude. I took my headphones off. I don't think it's going through, though.
I hope not. Anyway, but yeah, I think it probably was a stage picture. Like, I don't know.
I don't think it was.
I don't know. It's tough.
It is tough, but I do think it's a little bit of relationship management with the fans as well.
To let that picture get out there?
That
Make
and
them
the whole
think, yeah.
series, to let them do it.
Give us something.
Especially in a season where you have to perform.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It'll be very interesting to see. Like I've said many times, I love behind the scenes sports documentaries. You stopped by my place the other night, and we were talking about the F1 Drive to Survive. You got to get on that, dude.
I do.
What
Yeah,
are
I
you waiting
watched
for?
Untold. I watched a bunch of those Untolds. Watched
You're
the
lying.
Malice in
All
the
you do
Palace
is watch
series,
The
too.
Office. You're lying.
I can't.
It's
can't
tough,
go
but
and hate him on that
I did
one.
start watching Squid Games, and like that show was, I mean, pretty insane right off the start. Like that first episode, I was just sitting there like, damn, this
Haven't
is
started yet.
fucking
It's
intense.
a roller coaster, eh?
Yeah.
How are you with the subtitles?
Great. I like subtitles.
Then watch Parasite, man.
I know.
That's
Well, I
so
told you
stupid.
the issue with Parasite.
You tried it once.
What's the issue
You
with
tried
Parasite
one
again?
link. You tried one link, dude.
Correct. I tried to stream it
streaming link.
illegally, right? And like the subtitles below.
We're not
were
for
like,
piracy, by the way.
I don't. I have no. I'm not. Whatever.
I'm not rich either, so
Yeah,
I can't
me
afford
neither.
cable.
Or
Fair enough.
DAZN. I mean, or Red Zone either. Anyways, yeah. So I fucking tried to stream it, and like the subtitles were completely not with the movie, unless they were, but like they definitely weren't. I was watching the movie for 20 minutes.
You mean
and,
like it didn't match, or the subtitles was like a totally different movie?
It was a different movie.
Yeah.
Like it was in English, but
I tried that link, dude. You
Yeah.
go down 3, and then it's
the one I choose is 3. I go down 3 is the one that I choose.
What
yeah.
were the subtitles about?
I don't really remember. It was like a kid, conversing with an adult and like his father or something. And like at first, the scene that opens up,
I was gonna say, yeah,
is like that. So I'm like, okay, so this is
Makes
right.
sense, yeah.
But like they're saying like the most ridiculous shit, and it just sounds like someone is just like making up subtitles as the show goes on. Oh, is it the phone?
I think it was the phone.
No.
Just had an epiphany for people watching on YouTube.
Whoa.
I think it was the static, the Wi-Fi coming through.
Remember when we got
cable.
We got texts. Where was it?
Text
You
where?
would get text,
yeah,
and then
Yeah.
Oh, in the car. It'd be like when it was
Yeah,
coming
like
through
in
the
the
car.
car, yeah.
It was with Blackberries, I believe,
or
wasn't
when
it?
you hooked
Yeah.
up your phone to like the radio thing, and you
Yeah,
put the
yeah,
cassette in.
Yeah,
And it-
yeah, that's
You're
right.
right. Or you're charging your phone.
you're
Yeah,
charging your
the
phone.
aux cord. Yeah.
Man, I'm really sorry. I really don't think it came through on the audio, but this is the microphone cable. But it was coming through the headphones. I don't know. That's weird. That's gonna suck because that was a solid 7 minutes of staticness.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad in my
Well,
head.
let's hope for the best, and let's get going.
Let's hope for the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so I wrote here stories from this week because I said, you know what? Let's start coming on the podcast, have some banter, because we don't see or listen or talk to you guys for about a week, and a lot of things can happen in a week. So I was at Golf Town last weekend, and I don't know. It's COVID. People are still kind of on edge, antsy about things. This guy who was the head sales associate, I won't say where or which golf town, whatever. This guy
I
had...
was going to say, you already said where. But.
Well, it's a golf town, but there's tons of golf towns
There's a
around.
lot.
There's a lot. And this guy just was not having it. So you could still, I think as of recently, they opened up their simulators where you can go test clubs and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm looking at getting a new driver. Not this year, probably next year, but I don't know. I was just with some family and they were just doing their own thing. So I'm like, I'm bored. I want to go hit some balls. I want to try the driver out. So there was one of the new Titleist drivers, $800 for this driver, by the way, which is absolutely insane. I would never think about buying it, but I was like, you know what? Let me see what all the hype's about. So I picked up the driver, the only left-handed one there, and I said, hey, can I go use this in the sim? Guy's got his mask on, so you can't really see full facial expressions. But he just kind of looked at me and like gave me a blank stare for 3 seconds, and I wanted to do the look back, like you're looking at someone else, like what's
Should have
the
looked
matter?
at him like Kramer in that picture there. Like,
Yeah, literally that. But I think that's the look he was giving me.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's like, yeah, for sure. You just gotta tape it up. And he's looking. I'm like, all right.
Give me the
Like,
tape.
yeah. Like, do you want me to tape it up, or are you gonna like?
You bring your own tape.
good thing I brought my hockey tape here or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Well, they use that giant masking tape,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So he's just looking at me, like expecting me to go tape it up, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what the procedure is here. Like, I didn't even know I was allowed to hit golf balls. So he's like, just go stand over there, and like someone will help you out. So I'm standing by the pro shop area, and no one's helping me. And he finally walks over, and he grabs a thing out of my hand, and he starts taping it. And one of the employees comes over, and he's like, hey, this guy's looking for these Titleist irons. It says like they don't have them in this location, but there's another location. He's showing him like an order form, and it's like, yeah, it says like they have them at another location. We get them shipped in, and the guy goes, that boss, I'm assuming he's the boss, the manager, because we're in a different outfit. He goes, yeah, I know what product you're talking about, Tim. I'm like, dude, what the hell's this guy's issue?
Probably shot fucking 82 in his round earlier
Well,
that day.
I don't know. Anyway, so I'm like, that's first of all, like that's a little ridiculous. You're
Should
talking
be
here.
working at Home Depot instead.
Oh man,
Dude, I almost put that on my Instagram story.
That's
the other night,
hilarious.
that fucking
Yeah,
post.
they do not help you there.
Dude,
No,
they're
they
the
don't.
worst.
They're the worst.
It was so yeah. That post
hey,
was
you got this kind of nail? Oh,
yeah.
I don't know what that is.
anyone at Home Depot. You walk up to
what?
anyone at Home Depot and you ask them any simple question, and then it was like the
Oh, this is
picture
not
of
my
Ben
department.
Affleck
Yeah.
smoking a cigarette with the Home Depot thing on.
the bib.
like that.
Like,
And I
have
swear to
do
God,
something
every
today?
time I go to Home Depot, man, I feel like such a burden. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I'm
just
like,
gonna say that.
excuse me, I'm looking for a drill. They're like, can't help you. I'm
Yeah.
like, what do you mean?
I work at
There's
the
a
other
whole
side.
section of
Yeah.
drills here. I see you restocking. Who the fuck can help me if it's not you? Sorry.
Yeah.
Before I continue my golf story, but I went to go look for one of those. They're called pump trucks
Yeah.
for my vending machine venture.
Yep.
I need a little pump truck to carry my stuff in and out. And the website said the location, not this one, but the one closer to my house. Yeah, they got 15 in stock. I must have talked to 7 different people. And they all, eventually, after the third or fourth person, they started going back to the same people, be like, hey, you know where these are? Can't find them. It says we got 15, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So finally, one lady's like, oh, let me get someone. This is not my department. Let me get someone. This guy goes, oh, yeah, I know exactly where they are. They've been sitting on a skid outside for 2 weeks. I don't know why no one's brought them in yet. And then he starts harassing some other place. I told you to bring these inside, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, Jesus, what's going on with these retail people? Like, I understand. Time of the year, you know, it's COVID, all that shit. They gotta
No excuses. No excuses.
I mean, this is all
your
the
job.
time. And it's just like, this isn't a new thing. They're always assholes
Yeah.
at Home Depot.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? I mean, I get it.
We only recently
Started
noticed
going there, but
big-
yeah, you know, like
Jeez.
it's a huge ass department store. Like, people can just hide and do nothing.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. Which I would probably do. If I
But at
was
least
there.
pretend like you can help me. You
Yeah.
know?
It would be nice for just a little bit of pretending.
Come on.
Right?
Like, I was trying to. Never mind.
Oh, sorry, I threw you up at the timing.
Enough of the Home Depot.
Yeah,
this upset me.
I'll finish my golf town story. So I went to go hit, the guy ended up taping the club or whatever, and I ended up going to hit a couple golf balls to test it out. And he goes, "Oh, you're a lefty. I didn't even notice. Now I gotta change the whole system around." And I'm like, Jesus, man. I'm like, if you don't want me to hit the club, if you don't want me to test it out, like, just say so. So whatever. He sets it up. I go and line one up, and he kind of leaves the tunnel room, whatever you want to call it, and I can see him at the corner of my eye,
Just eyeing you down.
eyeing me down, and I hit one. Not that great. Like, I'm not gonna, like, I don't know, it was like 240, 245, and the guy goes, huh, and he just walks away. I'm like, dude, what is going on? I literally took 2 more shots, and
Dude, this is why I don't go
Yeah.
into Golf Town, man.
No, man. And
It
this-
fucking
yeah.
stresses me out. I feel like everyone looks down on me when I walk in there.
yeah, it was the worst experience, man.
I hate
So
it. I fucking
terrible.
hate it. Like, it's the snootiest fucking place. I'd rather shop for golf at discount stores, like liquidation stores.
You're client facing, your service, like
Fucking do your job,
job,
man. Like,
man.
I'm
If
coming
you don't
here
wanna do your
potentially
job-
spending thousands of dollars, and like, you're gonna sit there and be a fucking asshole.
yeah,
Yeah, it was
I
thousands
hate
of
it.
dollars.
I hate going in there. The employees, they'll look at you and then they'll just won't make eye contact sometimes, and I'm
They
like,
don't want to help you.
and I'm like, hey, do you have any, like, you know, used wedges? I don't even want to ask that when I'm there, because they're gonna be like,
No.
who the fuck are you, used wedges? Like, get the fuck out of here.
back to
This
your
is
shanties.
fucking Golf Town, motherfucker. Yeah. You know where we are? This is the GTA Golf Town.
It's
like, honestly,
outrageous.
it's horrible.
That's actually a good
Doesn't surprise
segue.
me.
It's a good segue to my other little story that I had about judging a book by its cover. Because
Yeah.
if you go in there, you know, like, I need to use wedge and be like, oh, get out of here. So I post this on my Instagram because this is outrageous. When I see people at the gym that wear outfits like they're about to go to Early Mercy after the gym, or they're there wearing jeans. So I post that picture of the guy in jeans at the gym. So I was like, this guy, you know, he's got,
What a hard
all he
on.
was doing was curls for 45 minutes. I did a bunch of stuff. So I was walking around, and the guy stood there doing curls in a jeans and a t-shirt. And I'm like, man, this guy, you know, he kept looking at himself, touching his arms, and like, people, you know what I mean? Like, just being one of those guys. So I'm like, man, this guy, it's got to be, like, something's up. Or he just wearing jeans, just doing nothing but curls.
You're not here for the right reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of here.
Half hour goes by, and I'm like, this guy, he's got to be a loser or something. But not like a loser, but like, why are you wearing jeans at the gym? Like, come on, get your shit together. I leave the gym. He's walking out at the same time. Guy gets in a Ferrari.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, I guess you can wear jeans to the gym, because why the hell would you care?
Dude, what the fuck?
And instantly,
Quick
Instantly.
pump on before he goes to get his pump on back.
But why is
But, like,
he like
yeah.
driving a Ferrari and working out at Good Life or what?
crunch. Not even good life.
He rented it.
Like, so that's what I was gonna say. Like, who just comes
It's a
in
great
in a
theory.
fucking Ferrari, does curls for 45, and bounces out in his Ferrari?
And it's not
someone
like
who's
LA
screaming.
Fitness. It's not
Somebody
any-
wants that
It's
attention
not
from someone.
Movati.
It's a gym membership of $9.95 a month.
I
Very
thought it was
basic.
$12.99. It's even cheaper than I thought.
No, there's 5 different tiers, and I pay for tier 4 for I don't even know why.
Yeah, my buddy.
They
did
said,
crunch.
you can use the sauna. The sauna's been under construction for 3.5 fucking years. Like, come on, get your shit together.
Yeah,
no one was in there for a year.
Do you want me to come build your sauna for you?
I will build your sauna. Give me my
just
money
pay,
back.
Yeah, pay me. Give me free membership forever.
But yeah, it was kind of a nice little wake up call. You know what? I'm just not going to judge a book by their cover because, the guy could be wearing jeans, but then he pulls off in a Ferrari. But like you
Or
said,
he could have also rented the Ferrari.
could have rented it.
100%.
where can you rent a Ferrari around here?
Lots of places.
Yeah, there's
Really?
Yeah.
right near Ice Sports.
exotic,
Those exotic
exotic
cars.
cars. Yeah.
But I thought that's for like a 2 hour. You got to be like
Yeah.
with someone and you just
You gotta
go
be
around.
25 plus. You gotta throw down some money.
Man, people
and
rented them for
deposit.
prom and shit.
Yeah.
So you tell you this guy just
Not
had-
for prom, because
No,
you
no.
can't rent them for prom.
Like they're
Because you're not 25.
Well, like
No, I've seen them
their
in, like-
dad
yeah.
rented a Ferrari and
Yeah.
drove them in a Ferrari to prom or some shit.
True,
You know?
true.
What a beta move! You have to get the
It's-
ride in the
it is
Ferrari.
a beta
right?
cock move. Like, holy, daddy, can you rent me a Ferrari?
Gonna say you rent
My
the,
cookie son.
you rent the Ferrari, but you don't even drive. You're like, yeah, my grandma's gonna drive us.
Gam gam.
Before we get into some would you rather, because we didn't do that last week, or the big science, which we will get to, bit of an off the rails episode, but hey, it's Friday. By the way, Mike, there is a $1 billion industry in Turkey for men's hair transplants.
They do it real well over there.
So you remember our would you rather a couple weeks ago about would you rather have Jennifer Aniston's hair or Angelina Jolie's lips? I think you both said lips.
Yeah.
Right? I believe so. And I said with the hair, and then you said, well, there's got to be way more people that do lip injections. I said, yeah, of course. But you're underestimating the power of the hair transplant. So in Turkey, $1 billion industry. That's where
Elon
you wear the
Musk,
helmet for a
you
month.
got Dave Portnoy. You got Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, yes.
Wayne Rooney. Wayne fucking Rooney.
LeBron James.
LeBron James. I feel like there's a couple. Rob Lowe, the fucking actor.
Yes, yes,
He's like
Rob
a pretty
Lowe, yeah.
boy. I think
Yeah,
he's
of
actually
course.
Canadian. I could be wrong about that.
I think you're right.
Anyway, there's a few other people
Yeah.
that
And
get them.
I
Rich
heard-
people, obviously.
Of course.
It's expensive.
You're never just ugly, you're just not rich.
Yes, that's true.
That's a great
You
point.
know?
That's true.
Look at the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to be ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, some would say they still might are a little bit.
Some
Yeah.
would say.
Not the cup of tea, but I don't know. I heard that from one of my favorite radio shows because they always talk about getting hair transplants because
That's
they're getting
crazy.
older.
Have
$1
you
It's
seen-
probably
billion.
so much less expensive than doing it here too.
Well, like, okay, so like, there's not. I don't know about hair transplants, but I've seen shit on like Instagram Reels, obviously where I live. They like glue these hair pieces to men, so like they do up like a nice fade on this like hair piece,
I've seen,
and they like put it in like the middle of their crown, and then kind of just like flop it on, and it just kind of sticks right onto the top of their head, and I think it stays there for like a month or two, and like
It might
you
be
never
even
need a
more.
haircut. Yeah, like I don't know how. I think it's pretty permanent.
I just don't know how the showering would go.
I think
You
you
might
just
Yeah.
need to shower cap it up.
you
Definitely,
maybe.
definitely. You can't have
But,
anything
like,
touching that for
It
a while.
looks like real. It looks like their hair. Like it's a really cool thing that they got
forget it.
going there. But I'm never putting that much effort into making fit.
no.
No, you look. You can't get any better looking than
Thank you. I think.
what you look like now.
Thanks, Kyle.
All right, so let's.
Tell me I'm at my best right now.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Always at its best.
But let's do some would you rather. So we're gonna roll the dice. I think the sheet is over there somewhere from before, Oz, or maybe down there. I don't know. Let's just, you know what? We'll stop the number
It may
at
have gotten
48,
thrown out.
and we'll read it out, and we'll see if we've done it. I don't know if we've
48
done
sounds familiar.
it. Does, but we've said that for all of them. Ooh,
Oh, would you rather die before or after your partner? That's a fucking deep one,
that
bro.
is dark. That is dark.
It depends. I mean, it
depends
depends what
on
old what age we're at. Like right now,
All right, let's call it around. Let's say this is in your 80s.
in my 80s,
I don't. Does that really matter? Your age?
In my
Just-
80s, I'll go before.
Is there any specific reason? Or?
Well, because like then I have to live out the remaining 3 years of my life by myself. like,
that's exactly
that
why I would
sucks.
probably want to go before too.
but right now, like it would take me a while to get over my. This is horrible. It'd take me a while to get over it, but like I'm still young enough that eventually I could maybe get my life back on track and shit.
You're talking about like right now?
Yeah, like, if it was depending how old we were.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Well, what about you?
I said before for that exact same reason.
Yeah,
I would
like-
just think it would, where I used to
But
work, I
also-
got stories because where I used to work,
Yeah.
I found this actually very like, kind of weird, but usually when it was an older couple and, they had passed on, it wouldn't be that long after the partner
Yeah.
would be
Kicks the
right
can.
behind them.
Yeah.
And they say you can legitimately die. This could get real emotional. You can die from a broken heart. Like
yeah.
it is an actual thing.
Yeah.
Where I've seen many times they've sometimes been weeks, sometimes been months.
Yeah, but
but very
close.
rarely
I've
it
heard
goes
of
past
hours.
a couple years.
I've actually
Yeah.
known like people who have died within
I
hours.
don't know people.
I have. I do.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know. Oh, I fucking know people. But I'm also thinking like maybe I would want to be the last one to go because like I couldn't stick that burden on my partner. I don't
know,
think
that's
either.
what
Yeah,
I'm
Like
thinking.
I would feel bad.
like
but
I don't think I could do it. I
would
I
feel-
thought about it and I'm like
It's
it
a
would
selfish
be-
question.
It would be really bad, I think,
yeah.
for my partner. So
Be
like
stuck in my room with the volcano going.
she'd resurrect me and kill me all over again if that happens. So knock on wood.
knock on wood. All right, we'll do the next one. 180.
180.
Big darts fans over here. Would you rather wear nothing but neon orange or neon green for an entire year?
That's a tough question for Woody.
Yes.
Because those are his
Woody's
two
like, what should I pick? The orange today or the green today?
The two, because that
Oh, you got
stands.
both of them on, motherfucker! Oh, shit! What is that?
shit!
Why?
That is weird.
Did
Someone's
you plan
watching
it?
us.
Did you plan this?
Someone's watching us. Shout out Inter Milan.
Dude, were you always wearing those, or is this a Mandela effect that we
No,
manifested? Did we manifest this question today?
We did not, but I am wearing neon green, neon green and neon orange. Honestly, by looking at it, I probably go with orange.
I like the green.
You like the green?
I do like the green.
Oz, what are you doing? You going green or orange?
It's spooky season, so you guys are thinking.
Green. I think I would go green.
We usually have green lights, the green neon lights here in the studio. I don't know if does that play into your decision? No, not at all.
But I'm looking at your stripes and I'm thinking I like that color more than I like that one.
I can't believe I'm actually wearing neon green and neon orange.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? This is just the weirdest thing.
fucked up.
180.
Whoa! Vape down! Vape down!
This is why you guys have to subscribe to YouTube. You're missing a lot of in-person action.
I don't think I would have noticed you were wearing neon green and neon orange if we didn't come through that question.
Straight up, I think you're right.
I had no, like, it didn't even register that you were wearing any type of color. I didn't even look at what you were wearing.
Is this green or yellow?
I think that's different than that.
It is. Definitely a little different.
Yeah, that's yellow.
It does seem to be clenching.
Yeah. It does seem
All
to
right,
be
we'll do our
clenching.
final Would You Rather here before we move on, and we get to number 71, Evgeny Malkin, who's out for the next 2 months for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
You mean David Clarkson?
Yes.
Number 71?
Mike, would you rather go back to the past and meet your loved ones who passed away, or go to the future to meet your children or grandchildren to be? What is with these questions? Getting super dark. Two
like
dark ones with a mixed in.
Look what's there.
Oh, the Jolie's. What is
Number
going
72.
on? This is just
Number 72.
Are we in the Matrix? By the way, I started watching that again because I'm going to
That's
get ready
great.
for
I
that
know
fourth
they're
one.
all on Netflix too.
But back to Would You Rather. That's a tough one. You go to
Well,
the future.
I think
eh?
If you fill in the
I
future,
think I would go to the past because my ancestors were from like Europe and
Yeah.
Egypt
Yeah.
and ancient Greece and shit. Like that would be kind of cool. Italy, going back to like fucking Rome, the Roman Empire and shit. Like that would be kind of cool.
Be like an Animus, Assassin's Creed, go all the way back to the
Exactly. Yeah.
ancestors.
Just be like, yeah, Mason. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know.
That's Call of Duty.
But Alex, what was his name?
Desmond.
Desmond. Oh yeah, but there were a few guys.
There were a few, but I think the main guy for the first few, his name was Desmond Miles.
Desmond Miles, fucking sick name.
It was.
Desmond.
Sick name.
Anyway,
Sean Desmond.
I think it'd be a lot cooler to go back in time just to see what
how
that
far
was
back
like.
in time are we talking about?
Doesn't
just
matter.
to meet your loved ones. So let's say maybe 2 generations. So like
yeah, I'm not going back to the war.
your
so-
parents is
that's a
great
too.
point.
And like
Well, it doesn't say you got to compete in the war. It just says you got to meet your loved ones.
political turmoil back in Egypt and stuff would be pretty wild.
Like they're eating potatoes and that's it. You know,
I like
Potato
potatoes.
soup. And I do not want to go to a famine country.
Yeah, especially when the potato disease thing happened. Yeah, the potato famine.
Yeah, potato famine.
Fun
Was that
fact.
Ireland?
Well, not really a fun
Yeah.
fact, but quickly change the subject. I've had this conversation with my girlfriend before. We said, if you're stranded on an island and you got to choose one type of food for the rest of your life, I said I would choose potatoes You know why?
Because it's the most versatile food ever.
Exactly. Mash them, chop them, put them in a stew.
Make some vodka, you know?
Maybe we got a stew going.
Yeah. Mash them, boil them, put them in a stew.
Yeah. Well, think of it.
Potatoes.
You can make gnocchi out of potatoes. You can have baked potatoes, mashed potatoes.
Fried fish.
Boiled potatoes.
You have all the equipment to make whatever you want.
You can make French fries. You can do a lot with potatoes.
You can probably figure it out.
Think about it out there, people.
If you could just have one food already prepared for you, what would you have?
Already prepared?
Yeah.
Ooh. Like a meal or like an item?
Yeah.
An item.
An item. That's a very good question because I do like my baked potatoes. That's why I went with potatoes. But
And like health doesn't matter because you're on a stranded island, so it doesn't.
so anything.
Probably get like,
Spicy chicken from Wendy's.
well, I'm thinking like something that hits all those nutritional points.
No, he just said it doesn't matter.
Whatever you want. No nutrition.
That's pretty good. A spicy.
Spicy Chick-fil-A. Ooh. What about Johnny Fresco chicken Caesar pita?
Oh my god!
Or one of those poutines from that place, dude. Those things are.
What about Moe's? Not Moe's.
I've been into poutines lately, and it's
Moe's or Mel's?
No, Mel's was good, but the shawarma.
Mosey's?
Mosey's.
Dude, Mosey's
there we
was
go.
sick. I've
Mosey's
still
was pretty
yet
good.
to find a shawarma place that I like
Sushi
as
Star?
much as that.
Yeah,
Sushi
shout out Kitchener Waterloo,
Yeah.
K-Dub. Some
Great
good
food scene.
Good spots out there.
Great food scene.
Johnny Fresco, shout out. Sonny's Burgers, shout out.
Sonny's, remember
Mel's
that?
Diner, shout out.
Yep, Mel's
Burrito
Diner. Fat Bastard,
Bastard.
quick sandwiches.
Morty's Pub, shout
Morty's.
out. Oh, dude,
Yep.
quick sandwich.
Yeah, quick sandwich was dope, man. Those
$11 for just a mortadella and lettuce sandwich, but it was phenomenal.
Sizz, yeah,
Shut up,
fucking.
Busan, Korean.
Oh yeah,
Busan,
Korean
shout out.
barbecue, my second home.
Do you remember we went to KFC?
Only went once.
Remember we went to KFC one night, not too far
They
away
didn't have
from
chicken?
They didn't have chicken, dude. we went to the drive-thru and we're like, "Hey, yeah, welcome to KFC. We'll take care. I just want to let you know we're out of chicken." And we literally were
What
like,
the fuck else is there?
He said, "You're out of chicken?" They're like, "Yeah, we're out of chicken." I was like, "What can I get?"
Fries.
She literally said, "Well, we got fries." I was like, "Okay, see ya," and we just pulled through.
Yeah.
Like what?
I think you should have said,
Oh, then get the fuck out of here.
yeah, exactly. Fucking hi, welcome to Tim Hortons. Just to let you know, we're out of coffee. Like,
Well, that's what I said. I was like, "Hey, welcome to McDonald's. We have no fries. We're out of burger meat. Like, you can get filet of fish."
well, we got filet of fish.
I don't know. I just thought it was like it's not even McDonald's, but KFC. You're literally called Kentucky Fried
Just
Chicken.
shut down at that point, man. Like,
Close up for the night.
Yeah, you don't
Wait.
got any chicken left?
Yeah, like is the chicken coming the next day?
Hundo, they wouldn't have any more, right?
Dude, every time my dad used to go to KFC a lot. That was why when you threw that in the group the other day, that was a really funny joke. Thank you. But like he used to go there, and like
yeah.
he would order like for a bunch of people, right? So
Yes.
he'd go in and be like, "Can I get like a 30-piece whatever?" And they'd always be like,
Or did the same people working at Home Depot
I
and
swear,
Gulftown?
bro. I swear to God. Like we'd pull up to the fucking the order, like the drive-through, and we'd be like apologetic. They'd be like, "Oh, just pull over."
Just
It'll
throw it
be
on the
like-
service road
it'll be
that's no longer there,
it's
yeah?
fucking closed now.
I know.
No wonder why.
Crazy.
When you ever call in before?
I don't know.
You can order ahead. KFC.
Maybe not at that time.
It was like early on, but yeah. So it was when they used to.
2007,
It was when they
2008.
required signatures for when you use your credit card, right? So they would always give my dad the receipt with the pen and no clipboard, and he'd always give them shit about not having a clipboard. He's like, "Where am I supposed to sign this?" Blah 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 blah. Rolls up his window, signs it. He even bought them a clipboard one time. I swear to God.
man.
I swear to God. And
He
he
is
used
that
it.
type of gentleman.
Used it
Yes.
for years after that. But yeah, it was always so burdenous when we would roll up to that window and they would literally sigh on the speaker.
That's incredible.
I don't know how I got onto that conversation.
I don't know,
We're
but yeah,
talking
we
about
did.
KFC,
We did
though.
kind of go off on a rant there, but those are would you rather's. We do have a big science and a real or freel. Before we get to those, I brought up the Sopranos movie.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, would this not be? I'm a big fan of the Sopranos. I know you liked it. I don't know, Oz, if you've seen it, but I always tell you guys about it. Send you shit all the time because I'm just a dork like that. But this is probably the perfect opportunity to get back into the movie theaters for the first time since COVID.
Yeah, I've been wanting
Do you not
to
agree?
go. I've been wanting to go.
Like, would you not
for
go?
that Shang-Chi movie or Shang-Chi or
Is that the new Marvel one or whatever?
yeah, I really wanted to go see that actually in theaters, but I don't know. Didn't get around to going. It's a lot to get myself out to a movie these days too.
Yeah, I know.
But yes, this would definitely
Yeah,
be a movie.
that's what I'm saying.
I think one of the last memorable movies I saw in theaters was The Irishman when I went with my dad
You saw
and
that
my
in
brother.
theaters? Wow.
So I saw it before they released it on
Yeah,
Netflix.
that's
We
right.
went to TIFF Lightbox in downtown Toronto,
Mm-hmm.
got tickets, 3-hour movie. We watched it the entire thing. It was like super cool experience. But like a mafia movie, like those movies I would love to see in theaters.
It was like a 3 hour and 10-minute movie.
I took 2 breaks.
Yeah.
I watched
In
it
theaters?
No, over Netflix.
Did it? Oh, you
So
took 2 breaks.
It was
I
a
like, I
really
remember.
good. I really enjoyed that movie. By the way,
Good movie.
It's but I really stress to people like try and watch it in one sitting
go,
because
yeah.
like you
Yeah,
don't get
you
the,
have to.
because you don't get the full effect of splitting it up. And I've tried to like muster up the courage to start it again. It's a fucking commitment.
Yeah. I mean,
Really good movie though.
What was the last movie that you went to go see in the theater?
But that's the last one I can
it's
remember.
a great question. I want to say it was at a VIP, and I'm trying to remember if it was. I think it wasn't. What was that other one by Peele? Was it Peele? Jordan Peele?
oh,
it wasn't
Us?
Us. That was probably the
There was
second
Us
last
and
one.
Get Out.
Yeah, no, it was Us because it was not that. It was only 2 years ago.
It was the one where they had like the carbon copy of like everyone underground, so that if anything happened, they could like substitute them with like their.
I'm trying to remember.
I
Wasn't
think I just completely spoiled the whole movie.
There
but I
was
don't know if
one-
that
I don't
rings a
know
bell
why I
for
would
any-
do something like that.
Well, does that ring a bell for you guys?
A little
does
bit,
that-
yeah.
Does that?
I don't know if I ever saw Us.
It's fucking a trip and a half.
Mine
Yeah.
was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, that might have been it. No, maybe I didn't see
Yeah,
that. In
you did.
theaters.
You fucking hated
I
it.
saw it down.
I didn't hate it. I just thought it was whatever.
I didn't see it. I've never seen that actually.
You haven't seen that yet?
No, I haven't seen
Was
it.
the,
Check it out.
The Hateful Eight. Was
It might have been that one with what was it called, Night School or whatever, with Kevin Hart and where he set that barbecue place on fire where he worked. I forget.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's what it was called, Night School. That might have been. Anyway, doesn't matter. Do you want
I do
to
miss the movies.
save the real or freel just because we're going to be a little time crunch because I know Oz got to get
Let's
out
get
here.
in the big science.
We'll do the big science.
Yeah, let's do it.
Magnets! Oh! I am a scientist! You're a scientist!
Yes, science.
So last time we did big science, we had mentioned we had
Oh,
started
yeah.
talking about cockroaches, and Mike said, let's do cockroach facts for number 16, and then we lost an episode, and then we forgot to do it last week, so we're finally getting to it. Big science fact number 16. There isn't one exactly. This is 10 fascinating cockroach facts. Not probably the best subject for people that are not a fan of bugs. I'm not really the biggest fan of any bug, to be honest.
I
But
mean, this is wild.
do you want to just read the first one? We'll just do that one.
Yeah, so number 1, a cockroach can live for a week without its head. Due to their open circulatory system and the fact that they can breathe through little holes in each of their body segments, they are not dependent on the mouth or head to breathe. The roach only dies because without a mouth, it can't drink water and dies of thirst. Which is actually
Whoa.
super interesting, because did you guys know bugs drink water?
Like, if they're thirsty, like, I'm parched, like...
Well, like, yeah. Like,
No, I
they
didn't-
need water.
I don't know why. I never even thought about that.
I was watching the Bee Movie, oddly enough, like a week ago.
Jerry, hey.
Yeah, exactly, right? Jerry Seinfeld. So Nat was doing a little work presentation about bees to some people at her work, right? So we watched the Bee Movie, and she was telling me that bees, like one of the major risks bees take is like when they drink water, they are easily drownable because like if they're like going down to a stream or something to like get some water and like a little
current?
yeah, something just takes them and they're just fucking gone. Like they can't get out of it. Or like if it rains and they're like flying and a raindrop hits them, they're just like out.
That's
Taken
crazy.
out. But so she was telling me like Sobeys is working on like they're having like bees set up on their roofs and stuff. And they have little troughs of water for bees to safely go and drink water. And I was
What is it, like just like a drop or two that goes in there?
I don't know. I think it's just like a little, like a little rectangular thing that just has like a little layer of water in it. And they literally just kind of dip their like beak
Nose,
or
mouth,
fucking
beak.
antennas in. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know
Yeah,
how that
that's
shit works.
interesting.
So like for them to say like they only die because they can't drink water, like that's
They literally
I
just
really
die of
didn't-
thirst.
Didn't realize they relied on like water to survive.
So
on the Magic School Bus. On the Magic School Bus, you see the
Yes,
bee
great
drink,
show.
or
Could-
I don't know if it's honey.
Well, I thought it was pollen,
it-
right?
the
Or
little-
nectar.
the
but it's the
sn-
thing. It's like
goes-
it's a mouth cock, and it
It's like
and it, like,
and it's like
vacuums
a
it
little
up.
yeah.
it's like an elephant trunk.
It's like a little Dyson. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Remember that?
Sorry, that looks really bad.
That's what I'm laughing.
Yeah.
No, I do remember that.
Dirty.
But what was you bring up bees, and I heard a bee fact this past week. Isn't there like a problem going around? Like they could be going extinct, and if
Yeah,
they go
so
extinct, like
people,
it causes
like,
a big issue.
People are killing the bees. Bees are what pollinate You should watch the bee movie. It just tells you everything that you need to know. But they pollinate like all of the plants and stuff, all of the things that we eat, essentially, the stuff that we grow, even the meat that we eat, it pollinates all of the food to feed those animals.
The meat that we eat. I'm a rapper, and
No, I'm
not a rapper.
Not a rapper. Yeah, exactly. But like without the bees, we would be extinct basically. So like, yeah, they were endangered. They're like an endangered species, and like there's a lot of things threatening bees and stuff in their ecosystems. And so like there's a big a big program going around like save the bees and shit, and like make sure they can pollinate everything. Because without them, we'd pretty much die. Like they pollinate all the plants that give oxygen for us to breathe. So
My cool bee fact was in the wintertime, when the sun is cold, in the wintertime, apparently all the worker bees' job is to huddle in the honeycomb, the hive, whatever, and protect the queen. Like they're literally there to build a wall and a shield, and the whole winter they are shivering and giving off their body heat or temperature just to protect the queen. What a shitty gig that is.
Man, the whole...
What thanks do you get for that?
The whole job of bees is like...
What kind of tax cut do you get?
It's not a fun time for the bees. Like
No.
you learn, like if you learn what they do, there's worker bees, and like that's literally their job. It's like they just follow the queen around and like... pretty much just keep the queen alive, bring the queen food. They give the queen like superior food than like the rest of the bees.
You see these beekeepers, they can find a queen bee in like in a whole hive in like
they are
under
bigger.
10 minutes?
They are bigger though,
they're
right?
bigger
They're
and
massive, but how do you out of thousands of bees?
they find
how do
they
you
find the
them?
queen, right? They encapsulate it in like this like it's like looks like a hair clip, like one of those hair clips. They put it in one of those. And then they're able to control the entire colony of bees.
They just follow them
by
around.
just like
That's how
carrying the queen around, and that's how
they
like
get them out of like basements and shit.
right. They find the queen,
I didn't know that.
and then
They
they just
move it.
lure it into like a mobile fucking.
It's like a magnet.
nest.
Yeah, it's like a magnet.
Now,
Like a mobile hive, yeah.
Do you think it's because they visually can see the queen moving, or do you think they're communicating in some way, being like, "Oh, I'm going here," like you know what I mean? Like
scent and
this might sound ridiculous to people listening,
well, but that's
these
what
are
it
legitimate
is.
questions
It's
I
like-
have.
It's like a law of attraction, like the worker bees.
Yes,
I don't know. There's like
We're not looking anything up here, guys.
no,
and like
we're not.
I don't know.
This is
No
all-
Bing today.
This is all knowledge.
Yeah, it's just straight
Knowledge.
knowledge. Don't think otherwise ever.
Yes. Yeah. Did you have finishing a point there? or-
I don't care about it anymore. We were talking about
we were talking about
so
a
much.
lot of
I can
things.
get excited about bees.
We're talking about a lot of things. I think this might be the first episode since we've started where we didn't really mention sports. I know we talked about football
Talking a lot about
and the
sports.
Leafs.
Football, come on.
Yeah,
The
but
Jays, you could talk about the Jays.
Yeah,
You know,
big
they
game,
won-
big
they won
game,
last
Jays are going to do
tonight,
good. Hopefully.
yeah, well, tonight, past future. So hopefully the Jays are ahead of the Yankees. They win that rubber match. They are into the wild card, and then I believe they only have a couple games left against the Nationals. We'll see what happens there, but it's exciting. We want the Jays to make the playoffs because baseball and just in general, when your team is doing well, it just makes things a lot more fun.
A little more tolerable. It just makes life a little more tolerable.
Before I forget, did you see that picture of Kyle Lowry at Media Day in Miami in a Heat jersey?
He looked great.
Damn. Weird.
Weird, but he looked
Very
It's
great.
the Orioles, not Nationals.
Oh yeah.
Is it Orioles? Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make
Kyle
sense.
looks great though.
He did look good. Shout out Kyle Lowry. Hopefully he does
Baby-faced
well.
assassin.
The baby-faced assassin with Big Science, JV, down in... he's not in Memphis anymore. He's in New Orleans, I believe.
Yeah, they moved him.
We'll track him all year. We'll have the JV
And JV
tracker.
was the big piece in that trade. Then
He
we
was.
were hyped about it. I
He
remember.
was. We'll be on the JV
Legend.
tracker all year.
Inspiration for big science.
Exactly. Thanks for listening or watching today's episode, everyone. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a rating or a review. We encourage any and all types. Hit us up on social media at Improvisation Pod on Instagram and TikTok, at Improvisation P on Twitter. We're out of here until next week.
Well, then get the fuck out of here then. Okay, see ya.